Is it possible for you to hit a 1K day before the end of 2025 on Amazon? Well, that's the question I'm asking, and in this video, I want to talk about something that, as it says here, is urgent and it is time sensitive. We're actually coming to a really interesting time of year that I absolutely love. We're in the final stretch of the year, and this is where so much happens online. And in this video, I want to underscore why you need to pay attention to this video and follow what I'm going to tell you to do. And also at any time, comment 4DC down in the comments, because we have an event that we're running very, very soon where we're going to take today's video and go into it in massive detail. And by the way, you probably see the file is called 4Digit Christmas. It's called that for a reason. So here's Ivan, right? Look at this. Quick update in sales since my last post. Just crossed the 1K mark in sales. Hopefully this will inspire people. And that was $1,000 in less than 30 days. And just a few days later, the cool thing about Ivan was he actually hit his first $1,000 day. You see John here as well. Look at this, hit the 200K mark with a few days left in the year. Not sure I'm gonna hit 30K for the month. It'll be close though. And John here was someone who came to us, had never done anything like this before. And you can see he was up 2,721% on the previous year. This was a full calendar year. And look at it, last couple of months of the year. This is September, October, November, December. These were his biggest months of the year by quite a bit. And he almost hit $30,000 in November and also in December as well. And all these people were doing was selling already well-known brands on Amazon, but in kind of a unique way. And that's what we're going to be talking about on our live event. And you have to comment 4DC to get your registration link. We're also going to be doing some competitions as well. So when you do comment that, we will be picking a couple of you guys out at random in the comments and giving you a prize. So what is this all about in this video today? Well, first things first, I got to point out to you, we're around the corner from a holiday shopping surge. This happens every year, and 2025 is not going to be any different. Amazon typically sees 30 to 40% higher sales volume in this time of year, and every other website pretty much the same thing. More buyers are actively searching and purchasing, and there's a higher conversion rate due to buyer intent. Why is this important to you? Well, if you're watching this video and you haven't made any money yet online or on Amazon, or you're already with us on this journey of selling on Amazon and you've not yet kind of gone all in and seen the results that you're looking for, this time of year is like when you're flying a plane with a tailwind versus a headwind. And when you have a tailwind, something pushing you on, you're going to get bigger results a lot more easily. And it's down to the fact there's just more buyers buying things. And it's beginning even now. I mean, right here, this is an account that we're involved in. It's a wholesale account. You can see Canadian dollars, $25,000 in a single day in sales. We also saw another one of our accounts, $5,000 and a bit in a single day. And this is before the big time of year really kicks in. And so why is this? Well, obviously what we just said, but also there's less price sensitivity as we come closer to the holiday season. People don't care about price as much as they do about just availability of products. They need to buy things because for gifts a lot of the time. Trying to buy for the family, buy for the kids, all of that. And people have budgets that they literally will go, well, I'm going to spend this much this Christmas because I have to buy things. So it's like during the summer, for example, people might hang on, they might wait. And also we have, as well as that, we have deals. Like we have Black Friday coming up in November as well, which is a time where people are very actively looking online to buy things. And people are also willing to pay premium for fast or guaranteed delivery. Because again, if you're buying a gift for somebody and you don't know if you're going to receive it, that's stressful. Whereas when you know Amazon will absolutely get it there, you're going to go there, you're going to buy things, and you know it's going to be shipped. And you have to know it's going to be shipped because if not, you're going to be stuck for presents. And that is why, again, Amazon is such a popular place for people to go this time of year for that very reason. Now, what's interesting is you're going to see reduced competition from new sellers often because most people will actually wait until January until they get into stock. Now, if you're a new seller watching this video, this one thing alone should be a reason for you to comment 4DC down in the comments and come to our live event where we're going to go into this in more detail because you can get a head start over everybody else who is waiting for January to get started. That is a strategy that makes absolutely no sense because, and it makes sense because a lot of people think it's too late. Right? I'm not going to be able to get started now. And some other people might tell you that too. But the reality is we're in October as I'm speaking to you currently. We have got time, but also something that a lot of people will not tell you is January, February, and even a bit of March are also phenomenally good months, especially on Amazon. And there's a good reason for that, which I'll get into in a sec. So what all this does is this belief, if it's too late and all that, is it creates an opportunity gap for those who act now. Because what will happen, mark my words, many of the products that we're going to sell on Amazon will run out of stock. And if you're one of the few people who have stock of it, you're going to make sales. And that's just how it is. I see it all the time, every single year. So you taking responsibility now, coming to our live event, of course, we're going to go into this in more detail. You can have a 4-digit Christmas. You can hit your first 1K day potentially before the end of the year by following this. So look at Amazon. What are they doing to help us make more money? Well, first things first, they increase their advertising during the holidays. That's important because they're spending more on Facebook. They're spending more on other platforms like Taboola, etc. They're pushing more traffic to the platform because they know, well, I can spend more in advertising because my conversion rates are going to be a lot higher. And so as a result of that, us sellers, we benefit from Amazon's marketing spend because obviously if they're driving more eyeballs to the website and we're on there and we have products available for sale, well, great, we're going to make more sales and we're going to jump and piggyback on their spend instead of us putting all of our own money in and trying to drive traffic back there. I mentioned this a few minutes ago. Why is there a big push in January and February and even into a bit of March? It's because of this gift card season. There's a massive influx of gift card redemptions post-Christmas and a little bit during Christmas as well. But you'll see this second buying wave in late December, early January into February, and even a little bit of March also. We get the tail end of that because buyers are looking to spend free money. Right? They've been given these gift cards, they want to buy things, and they go at it. Also, what you'll see is a lot of returns as well happening. People got gifts, they didn't like them, they were given a gift receipt from Amazon, and then they send them back there and they buy something else. And so it's that kind of giving it back and getting something new. We also see a big influx of business from that as well. And also, like it says here, look, at any time, comment for DC down below. I'll get your registration link to a live event that we're going to be hosting very soon, where we're going to go into this. We're going to talk about how can you potentially finish the year with your first $1,000 day or more on Amazon. We call it 4-digit Christmas for a reason, because we believe it's absolutely possible for you to experience a 4-digit Christmas as long as you know how to do it. What types of products should you buy? Where should you go? What's the best strategy as well to take advantage of this holiday rush and so much more. And we're going to go into this whole plan on a half-day workshop very soon and give you everything so you understand how it all works. There's more information I want to share in today's video though, and that is inventory advantages, right? A lot of sellers will run out of stock during peak season. I mentioned this a few minutes ago. That creates opportunities, obviously, for those who have inventory. It's very basic, but also something that you mightn't have considered. And this is why, again, it's important to come to the workshop, because we're going to talk about stocking products as well. If you're selling on Amazon this time of year, you're likely going to want to stock yourself a bit higher than usual. Why? Just because there's lots of opportunity. So what should you buy? How much should you buy? We'll cover all of that. That means there's less competition on key items. And what you often see is merchants end up fulfilling during peak seasons. That's not something that you're going to want to do, but that's just something that you may have to do depending on the amount of business that's happening. What that means is you would not use Amazon's fulfillment services potentially if you just run out of stock. If you have them in stock, you would actually merchant fulfill it yourself. We don't recommend this strategy, but it's something that we do see a lot. So we'll talk a bit about that on our 4-digit Christmas summit. We'll break down whether you should or shouldn't do that and a lot more. But the big thing I want to point out here is more so less competition on key items. And if you can identify what those key items are, get them into stock, you can really see a big advantage for you this time of year. There's also a higher average order value on Amazon, which means that people are going to be buying multiple items. They also gift buying means larger basket sizes too, and more bulk purchasing for events and parties. It doesn't mean you should go out and only sell, giftable party accessories. I'm not saying that. What I am saying though is that you want to be mindful of the types of items that you're going to send into Amazon. Like toys and games is a phenomenal category this time of the year. I don't need to tell you why. And there's other ones as well in the beauty and other areas like that are excellent. But then there's other things like you might end up trying to get involved in Christmas tree bags or something like that. And while that can be a good business, you have to be careful because you could be stuck with products like that. And then whenever Christmas is over, you have inventory just lying around, you can't move it. So we're going to be looking at a strategy where we're actually ordering a small amount of many different items that are going to move very quickly. And remember, comment for DC down below if you want us to send you the link to this event where we're going to go deep on it. It's totally free, by the way, no charge to the event at all. But that's another thing that you may feel is like a small point. It's actually a pretty big point. Like if you can put yourself in a position, you sell lots of different products, you're ordering small quantities of everything, you're not going to be stuck with any inventory once we get to the end of this season as well. And I would say it's a big learning opportunity, right? You get fast feedback due to higher sales volumes. You quickly learn what works and what doesn't work, and it's accelerated learning curve for new sellers. You also learn how to manage multiple SKUs, because that's one of our key strategies really within 4-Digit Christmas. We want to sell lots of different products. We don't want to go all in on a small handful of them. That's a bit different to what you might have heard before, but it just makes sense at this time of year. So many pockets of profits that we want to pull from Amazon. But in managing multiple SKUs, you learn new skills that you may not have actually experienced before. And being able to manage inventory is truly a master skill that will make you a lot of money as you grow in your career as well. So that's another big benefit at this time of year. Also, holiday urgency drives faster buying decisions. There's a fear of missing out on perfect gifts and emotional buying versus logical buying. And what you'll see therefore is that certain products that just didn't do that well throughout the year, this time of year started to absolutely kick on. And we'll talk about what are the best categories that you should be looking in right now. Because if you look at, say, in December, it's going to be too late. You've got to start looking now, build a game plan, so that you can start buying the right kinds of items that you know are going to turn during this time of year. And also remembering that in January and February, you get a second bite of the cherry, and you will see these same kinds of items continuing to sell in the new year due to the fact that people are they're going to be giving in their gift cards and stuff like that. So that's another big deal. But really, this video was just to get you, number one, focused on the fact that this is truly a big opportunity. Number two, commenting for DC down in the comments below. We will pick out some winners as well here for some of you guys that have commented, and we'll give out some prizes nice and early. And then it's also to encourage you to come to our live summit, where we're going to go deep on this. We're going to break down the exact game plan you should follow. We're going to talk about some shortcuts that we've developed as well to help you get to a potential 1K days before the year is out, and so much more. So I hope to see you on the live event. I hope you enjoyed this video as well, and I'll see you soon.